This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 17, Episode 12, titled The Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve, and Talent Monologues. My name is Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by one cunty co-host from the podcast, Bravo, Bravo, effing Bravo. Please say...
Love you, sister.
to Mr. Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm very good. You know, everyone should know. I'm sure I know of a way I could actually fix the problem, but it's not worth it for a 1 second clip. So I don't play the clip 0 now, because otherwise the volume of it right now would be tied to the music. This is all very boring.
I think we've bamboozled people. They don't know that I can't hear it. My acting is that good.
But Nathan doesn't hear what it is. But like, I know what I pull it so that right after I can just put it in. So I already know. I actually look at the length and I wait that length of time.
Smart.
But yeah, but then yeah. What do you think it is?
Nothing was said this episode that was particularly memorable, so I couldn't even make a guess.
Yeah, it was a tough one, and I will be honest with you. I sort of felt that going into the episode. So I really picked, it's happened 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the whole episode. And it's when Anya blows a kiss at the camera and says, "Love you, sister," and blows in reference to Arietti.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Is she blowing her bad breath in Arietti's direction?
Yes.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, that'll be fun. Nathan Patrick Brown, how are you? You know, I just got back from a wedding.
We can't talk about it.
Oh, we're not going to talk about it, but I will talk about it on the tea. I never give a plug for the tea, but you know, the tea is at the Patreon is just as popular, if not more popular than Recap.
Wow.
And there's a public feed of the tea. You guys can go check it out. Just look up the tea on Spotify or podcasts and look for a picture of Lori. I think there's some show came out with some sort of reality star, so it bumped us from the top. But we're like 2 or 3. You know,
that's pretty good.
Yeah. We were 1 for a long time, but like, you know, the tea with Johanna Schmoshbaum from the Real Housewives of something.
I love Johanna Schmoshbaum.
Yeah. You know, that one's there now. But anyway, so the tea, big picture of Lori. It says Joe and Jay on it too. Lori insisted her face be on the cover. You should go check that out. And we are going to talk about the wedding on there.
Yeah.
The wedding of the century.
Oh,
which I just came back from. Got back today and I'm tired.
Wow.
You know, I told Nathan, I don't want to linger on this episode. I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm doing well. Thanks. I'm a bit of a nervous Nelly because there's a spider somewhere in my room that I have not been able to locate. And it was a big huntsman.
Supposedly in Australia, these spiders are gigantic. How could you not locate it?
Because I woke up this morning and it was on the wall next to my bed and I was like, ah! And so I tried to do the thing where, you know, you get a container so I could capture it and just like release it. But then it fell like into my bed somewhere and then I had to go to work.
Show me with them hands.
I took a photo.
But is there any kind of comparison, like a banana for scale?
Oh, it wasn't as big as a banana.
No, but for scale. While you pull up that picture, I don't know what that means. That means nothing.
Well, half a Kindle. It was a half a Kindle. So this is a Kindle.
That size of that?
It was a half a Kindle because they got long legs, mate. And so I had to go to work. And it was somewhere like in the crevices of my bed or something. And so I like just shut the bedroom door because I didn't want it to kill my dog.
I would burn my house down and leave. Here in California, at least, the spiders are like this big. Like where there's
little itty bitties.
Like you're saying, okay. Yeah. We don't have big spiders.
Well, I think sometimes the smaller ones are actually more dangerous. But so I wasn't
I don't
too
give a
afraid of
shit.
this big one, but I just don't want it crawling on my face while I sleep. So I'm like going to strip the bed. But I come back here and I thought I'd find it and I haven't found the motherfucker. And so now I'm like, I think all recap, I'm just going to be like looking behind me.
I will say, you know, people ask me occasionally if I think Jeremy listens to the show.
Uh-huh.
And this, if anything's going to guarantee that Jeremy doesn't listen to an episode, this will, you know, he's deathly afraid of spiders. He can't even hear the word, can't even talk about them, can't even like think about them, nothing. So,
Sorry,
to this
Jeremy.
episode. Yeah, bring up spiders every episode. Now, Nathan, you came in on this plug. Now, what I was getting at was Nathan and I, before I went to the wedding, we discussed we were on Just Between Us Girls, where we
Yes,
chit-chatted about what was going on. Lori and Star were on that episode where they kind of got into it, a little pre-wedding fight about Lori not paying attention during their meeting with the DJ. It's actually a very funny, very good episode.
I cannot wait to hear about how many fights they got into just before the wedding. Like just in the hours leading up to it.
Oh, I'm sure there was 100. And, but you know, so you can listen to it at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia, sign up with the executive tier level and above. But what if you're like, I don't want to sign up for the executive tier level? I want to hear the entire episode, no commercials, get it early. You can do that too. Sign up as a premium member. And you're like, well, I don't want to pay any money. I don't mind waiting. Guys, a new thing that we're doing. You can go to patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. You can go on the app. You can do whatever. Sign up as a free member. There's so much free content. I just dropped an entire 100-episode collection that's completely free and open to the public of a show we have called Throwing Down. If you sign up for right now, you already have over 100 hours of material. And that's not including, like, you know, the Drag Race recap episodes drop the entire episode. If you missed them, they come out 2 weeks after the episode drops. So, like, let me see, this is 12. So that means this week, episode 10, the entire episode will drop on Patreon. Now, I will say, don't sign up for the Patreon app. Don't sign up through Patreon through the app, though. Don't sign up for the paid version. Do that online. It's cheaper for you if you do
Some
that.
shows, like Just Between Us Girls, are going to stay behind a paywall, though, because, like...
Yeah.
Good, because I've said some things on there I don't want everyone to listen to.
No. Those shows will stay behind a paywall. Shows that are meant to be in the public, like the tea, and stuff like that, and Throwing Down. Nothing crazy. We do have a show called Nathan Shows His Schlong. That's on the free feed. That's coming soon. And also remember, you can sign up on Apple. You can sign up on Apple too. Just scroll right there where the picture of the show is, and you get the entire show early. No ads. You get Just Between Us Girls. You can do that on Apple too. It's all there. So many ways to listen to all our great content and support LGBTQ plus media. So on that note, even though this is technically an ad, it's my fucking show and I'll do an ad. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we are actually going to dive into the episode. Public feed, don't go away. You know, you get a big... What I do about half the show, Nathan. I try and give them about half the show. To the public feed for free every week. All right, we'll be back right after this.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
And we are back. This week, the queens, working in teams of two, perform both original monologues and interpretive dances around a chosen theme. On the runway, the category was ugliest dress ever. In the end, Anya Nerve and Lexi Love were named the winners of the challenge, while Sam Starr and Lana Jarre were placed in the bottom two, forcing them to face off in a lip sync battle for their lives. In the end, Sam Starr was told, "Shantae, you stay," while Lana Jarre was finally asked to sashay away. Nathan Patrick Brown, what did you think of that lip sync? And did the right queen go home?
Yeah, there was kind of no suspense or excitement for me throughout this whole episode and the lip sync because I just knew Lana was going home. Like, it was just foretold. So it was hard to get excited about this lip sync, but I guess it was pretty good. Yeah, the right queen went home, even though I feel like in this instance, she probably did win the lip sync.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I thought she was a little bit better than Sam. I kind of felt like Sam was holding back and saving some, like, extra pizzazz for maybe a lip sync in the future, because I think kind of even Sam thought, nah, she's going home. I don't need to put my full pussy into this.
Which is smart. Because I think that was the mistake that this Lydia B. Collins made, was Lydia would have they wanted her to send Lana home.
Mm-hmm.
She would have won this challenge, that lip sync, if she just didn't do the stupid cutting of the dress, you know?
Yeah, but then I think Lydia would have gone home this episode anyway.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think Lydia and Lana were just both just filler queens. As much as I liked Lydia, but yeah, I they know what they want to do with their story arcs.
Yeah.
This is what we're getting.
Yeah, they kind of telegraphed that Lana was gonna go home with her. Like, there was a lot of focus on Lana, and you're like, oh, this is the day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the day she's going home. And let me see on this lip sync. Look, it wasn't a thrilling lip sync. I've been bored by Lana on her lip syncs since day one. I don't think her lip syncs are particularly special or anything good, and she's never really excited me as a drag queen. Yeah. So, and she just gave her still same lackluster, low energy lip sync that she usually does, where she just struts around and thinks that just by looking hot, she's going to win. And I feel Sam Star gave like just a competent, lip sync. Was it great? No, you're right. She didn't do any kind of tricks. I'm not sure though that Sam has tricks, but maybe she does. But
yeah, she might.
But yeah, I don't think so. It's a competent lip sync, and he got the job done that he needed. The producers needed him to do. End of story. What about your big takeaway? What was your big takeaway from this episode?
Well, it's to do with the challenge, the main challenge.
Sure.
I liked that they tried something new. Mm-hmm. It's good for them to do different things each season, mixing it up.
Yeah.
But I also think that if they're going to do like a vagina monologues,
yeah,
I almost choked on the word vagina just then. I'm not used to saying it. Maybe we needed a walkthrough or a celebrity coach or someone to help them a little bit more to understand the concept. Or maybe they needed to communicate to them what they actually wanted. Do we want it to be comedy? Do we want it to be serious? Because I don't think the final output was as good as it could have been. And so while I'm like, yeah, good on them for doing something different, now I'm like, maybe they should just do the same challenges every fucking season, because if they're not going to back up the queens for the final product, like, what's the point?
I feel like I've made this point or this comparison before, but there's a musical called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
And for people who haven't seen the musical, I don't know if they did this on Broadway, but in every regional production I've seen, so everyone should know it centers around a spelling bee. And the kids, the main characters, they come out and they sing about themselves and their stories one at a time, and then one by one they get eliminated. And I don't know if they did what I'm going to tell you on Broadway, but there's this little shtick where they bring 2 or 3 audience members up on stage to be part of the spelling bee.
Mm-hmm.
And they give them words along the way. But at a certain point, the story needs to get rid of these audience. They can't be on the stage anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what they do is they give them a word. They give the audience member a word. I'll give you an example. That has like 3 or 4 homophones. What the fuck
What did you call me?
Yeah. It has like 3 or 4 words that sound exactly the same, but they're just spelled different ways. And they refuse to help the audience member. So that whatever way the audience member spells this word,
Yeah.
they're going to get it wrong and be eliminated. Okay?
Yeah.
Like they'll say like 8. You know, like, oh, is it ATE? Is it EIGHT? Then they won't help them.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever way they spell it, that's the way it is. And I almost wonder if, in a way, what you're complaining about is by design. So that they can just finally, without any worry about how are we going to make this look good, they can get rid of who they want to get rid of. You know? So if Lana would have done the most hilarious one ever, she could have gotten the critique, well, you know, we wanted to see more depth, Lana.
Yeah.
You know? Honestly, I don't remember, like, well, we can talk about that when we talk about the challenge. So but that's not my takeaway, but this is what I'm saying, like, you're asking them to be specific. I think it was by design that it wasn't specific. So that they could play around and do the riggery. They need to get more rigorous. They need to rig it more as we get closer to the end so that there's nobody who slips through. I think of Cameron Michaels. I feel like Cameron Michaels stayed 2 or 3 episodes too long.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so they need a way to get rid of this person, you know, if they need to get rid of them. My big takeaway from the episode is, I guess it's sort of related, is that the judging needs to be consistent. It's not a big insightful thing. It's something we've talked about, but I feel like you can't praise someone. Like, if you think about it, you know, it's fun now that I think about it. Even the runway challenge speaks to what I was telling you, because there's like, okay, now we're getting into this challenge. I'm going to go back to what you were talking about. I think they were in a pickle in that they had to put the team they wanted the team to be in the bottom 2.
Yeah.
Because for all intents and purposes, there was no reason for Sam to be in the bottom. She was just there because she was paired with Lana. You know?
She was pretty flat.
Look, yeah, but her story? I thought her story was actually one of the clearer stories.
Her dance was flat.
Yeah, but was it though? Because like this is where we get to your complaint is their complaint was she didn't do anything funny with Lana's story. Lana didn't tell a funny story.
That's so true.
Lana's story wasn't funny at all. How do you make this like depressing story funny? And it would be kind of weird if Lana was like, and then that's when I watched my mother drown in the river. And Lana's like, "Rawr," you know, like pretending to drown or something. So like, this is going back where like Sam was going to be in the bottom. Whoever was with Lana was going to be in the bottom.
Yes.
Because the other complaint was that Sam's dress was too beautiful.
Well, it was, but the runways haven't mattered before in this season, so why should it now?
But Lana's outfit was ugly. But then they said, "Oh, but she just did." This goes back to what I was saying. The judging is so inconsistent; it makes no sense.
They read her for not being unique, and yet the runway category was a redo.
The runway category was a redo, and they didn't clock her. They clocked her this time for a runway they didn't clock her for before when she redid the Naomi Campbell look. And this week they're like, she just copied the Naomi Campbell look. I'm like, well, why didn't you say that?
Season 7.
You're copying yourself. And why didn't you say that when she walked down the runway that week?
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds like me when I date somebody. Just yelling at them all the time. I used to be like that. I'm not like that now. I was recently accused by somebody of doing that. I go, when I did that like 4 years ago. Then I got on medication and went back into therapy. I don't do it anymore. Asshole.
Unless you have a UTI.
That was before the medication.
Yeah.
The UTI was like in 2018 or something like that.
Get over it.
Yeah, get over it. Yeah, also too, look, I'm not gonna have any big insightful takeaways on the, third to last episode or something. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I don't know. The judging's inconsistent.
Yeah, as it always is.
Yeah. There's not any big insight on this. We're just going through the motions. We're just going along. We're just barreling to the end, So we will see. All right. Well, on that note, and at this position, this is a really good spot to do it. Why don't we say goodbye to our public feed friends? Audio. What's that? In fact, they have a song in Putnam County Spelling where they say goodbye.
Yeah, the goodbye song.
How does it go?
Sing it like goodbye, 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 goodbye.
All right. The after Lydia's elimination, the girls say goodbye to Lydia as Lana wipes away the mirror message. Later on the couch, Anya calls out the other queens for taking the easy route by naming Susie as the queen to go home because she is the biggest threat. Meanwhile, Susie wonders why the other queens feel threatened when it's clear that Anya is the front runner. The next day, the girls walk into the workroom ready for a new day. Later, RuPaul enters the workroom to announce this week's mini challenge. The queens will pair up with the queen that gets them the most. We're going to have to explain this in detail, in other words, because it can get kind of complicated. Then they will write a drag race bio for their partner. And then that partner has to read the bio. So like if Nathan and I, right? If I wrote Nathan's bio and then Nathan wrote one for me, I would then, at the competition where we read the bios, I would read the one that Nathan wrote for me, and Nathan would read the one I wrote for him. Laughter ensues.
We should have done this. Oh, well.
No. We're doing it on Alaska Thoughts.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I already told Robert. And then Robert's like, oh, I haven't watched the episode.
Oh.
What's funny is, well, Robert's going to hear this episode. I don't want to give away what I'm going to write for Robert.
He's a contrarian. He went to Stanford. All the usual things you make fun of him for.
No, I'm just telling you. I will say I didn't think about the contrarian part. I didn't have Nathan do it. Can you be about birds throwing rocks at a car? Again. No, if Nathan wrote mine, be like, "Hi, my name's Joe Batanz. I'm a podcaster from Los Angeles, California." I'm like, oh. And then Nathan's would be horrible. And I would feel bad. He'd be like, I'm a really nice guy who likes to show his friends around. Well, okay, do it right now. If you had to do one for me, just off the cuff, you don't have to write it, but what would be
You got to give me the thing with the blank and I'll fill in the blank.
Oh, the thing with the blank?
Yeah, when you saw them writing it out, they had the structure and it was what are those things? Where you just got blanks and you fill them in?
Oh, like a Mad Lib?
Yeah, it was those.
You know what? I'll have ChatGPT do it right now. No, didn't I say we're pressed for time? Yeah, this is not a thing. But what would be the points you would hit home?
I wouldn't. I'd be too scared that you'd get mad and retaliate.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. Let me see it. Now I have to see, this is why I didn't have Nathan do it. Because he wouldn't do anything. It would definitely
go below the belt.
I should have had Blackstone do it. Well, okay, let me make it easier for you. What would Blackstone say about me if he had to write the bio?
I think there would be some illegal crossing of the border jokes.
Oh. I think pedophile.
Well, yes. Yes, perhaps.
Yeah. Pedophile jokes.
You write one about yourself. How about that? No one's meaner to you than yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do I mean to myself?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about, let me finish this, and we'll come back and talk. For this week's Maxi Challenge, the girls will entertain the judges with their own personal stories in the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent monologues. Working on a randomly chosen theme, each queen will work with their mini challenge partner. As one of the queens performs their monologue, The other queen will perform an interpretive dance as the monologue is read. As the winner of the mini challenge, Jules won the right to assign the order. So let's go back to what we were talking about for people who don't watch the episode. Everybody pulled a card from a pink furry box that, whatever his name is, Oslo. What's his name?
Bruno.
That Bruno was holding. I don't know where I got that. Bruno was holding a big furry pink box. They pulled in. It had like, I actually have them right here because my esteemed producer, Luke Stamen, very wisely put it. So Jules pulled one called Out of This World. So it's supposed to be a supernatural story. Susie pulled one called Learn That the Hard Way. And that was supposed to be, you were lost, but you learned a lesson. Lana pulled Lost, and that was supposed to be a story about a time you didn't know if you were coming or going. Sam pulled Triggered, a story about something that set you off. Payback's a Bitch was pulled by Lexi, and that was a story about karma. And then Anya pulled Obsessed, and that was a story about how an intense obsession took you for a wild ride. And so each one, they're going to write their monologue, and then as they were performing it, their partner would be performing an interpretive dance of that monologue they wrote. It's kind of confusing. But let's go back and let's talk. Let's first talk about everything that happened after the elimination. Did you have any big thoughts there, Nathan, on everything that happened after the elimination?
The only thing I enjoyed was Anya and Susie sort of coming for the other girls for the who should go home and why cop-outs. I was glad that they discussed that. And I just think this Lexi Love is so fucking dumb, how she was defending herself, like wagging her big long finger. I don't know how her fingers are that long, but it's fucking creepy. And she's like, no, the question was, who do you think should go home and why? And Susie's like, yeah, it's who, but you answered who you want to go home, not who you think should go home. And Lexi, she can't see another person's viewpoint. So she was just like, rah, 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 rah. But yeah, no, I didn't enjoy those girls doing that cop-out. I'm over it.
I wonder what Lexi thought when she watched the episode back, and then after they leave, RuPaul essentially reads them for giving that answer.
Like Lexi won't even put two and two together with that meth-addled brain. She's just fucked in the head.
Wow, you're coming for her hard today.
I really don't like her. It's been developing over and over the past few weeks that she's just a horrible person. She's old.
Yeah, she's super old.
She's super old and she's overcome struggles. And the way this episode, she's like, I've got so many stories about karma. Oh, I've got so many stories, but I just can't tell them. I was like, bitch, what have you got? What have you got?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too, where I was like, you don't have any. No, I think she does. I think she was making a fatal mistake by being like, oh, they're too dark. I'm like, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Let's say in this moment right here. After the elimination, as soon as they walked in, I was like, oh, Lana's going to talk about, oh, geez, it's too bad. Not too bad, but I'm so good at lip sync. She's not. Yeah. She's just benefited from like the horrible mistakes of others.
Yeah.
But she did say like, oh, I'm just so good at lip sync. I'm sending these girls home. So there is a part, and it was really weird, where Anya is like, yeah, to Lana, like, it's like good that you're still here because Lydia really was at the bottom of the competition. I'm like, I'm not saying that Lydia was the strongest person, but I think it's pretty clear. In fact, even Lana says like she's worried everyone thinks she's the bottom bitch. I think it's been pretty clear that Lana's at the bottom of the competition.
Yeah, Lydia had just won a challenge before going home.
Yeah. I don't know. That was really weird. And then also good job on Anya for sort of turning the vibe around and making it positive when she made that joke about Arietti and she blew the kiss. Like this is only a few days later and she's already kind of gotten over it and blowing the kiss and poking fun at Arietti. Any other thoughts on everything that happened after the elimination?
No, because it's the same every week. Like, who's got 3 wins now?
Yeah,
I have this many wins. It's like,
they keep doing that, yeah. All right, let's talk about this mini challenge the next day, everything like that. So in the mini challenge, they get to choose. I will say, in fairness to Lexi, she does admit this later on, but she essentially chose Anya because Anya's doing the best in the competition.
What, to
And do you think
pair
that's
up
smart?
with?
Yeah, to pair up with. Do you think that was a smart move?
Yeah. Or she should have paired up with Susie, because if she's not competing against Susie, she's with Susie, then she's not so much in her head. Didn't she do that the other day and she did well?
Yes, but I think she genuinely does. The girls have this weird relationship with Susie where you can tell they just really don't like her. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's something we're not seeing.
Yeah.
Well, she is kind of annoying. We are seeing that Susie.
Oh,
is
she's
kind of
annoying as fuck. But I think you're right. They don't like her because for so long they're like, oh, she's the front runner. She's the front runner. But she's clearly not. Like, Anya now has double the amount of wins Susie has, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, they can't be using that excuse all the time. There must be something else.
What do you think of this mini challenge?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was,
liked
it was a fun little mini challenge. Some were better than others, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Lexi was really shit. And did you notice also Anya seemed to be coming for Lexi for like doing like black styling or something? I was like, that's interesting. Like that seemed a little bit heavier than what everyone else is doing, but they were laughing about it. And I'm like, this could be kind of serious. What is she actually saying here?
Well, I think there's always a truth and a joke. What I think is funny is that Lexi thinks she's so fucking hilarious, and the one she wrote was awful.
Yeah, really, really bad.
Really bad. And she thinks she's really funny. Like, she's always so excited for any kind of performing or acting. Like, even with this one, with the one where she's like, oh, I won the monologue competition in school. This is my thing. Everybody better watch out. Now, look, she does win, but it's not because of her. I think they liked her interpretive dance.
Her dance was probably the best one. But her story...
Yeah, it was not good.
I thought in this mini challenge, Susie was also kind of shit. Because every response was fierce. And I get that the joke is Jules says fierce a lot. But also, you're not being very funny for just using the same thing over and over again.
Well, it's one of these things where, like, even though Susie's doing this mock modesty, she buys into the fact that she's the front runner. Like, I even think she still thinks herself as the front runner, who's just, at this point, just temporarily behind in the wins. Yeah. But that when it gets to where it matters, she's going to catch up, you know? And so you wait. She's going to get her win. She's going to catch up. And then, but she's a front runner in her head. She's probably even writing with the storyline that the producers are writing for her. And she's like, oh, they're just doing this to me because, because Susie doesn't seem to have any humility. She tapped her foot on episode 1 and RuPaul laughed. And now she thinks she's like the winner.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. In the workroom, the queens gather in their pairs to work on their monologues and dances. Lexi spirals as she tries to come up with an idea. Meanwhile, Susie and Jules conspire on how to use the lineup to their advantage. Later, Jules reads off the lineup, and instead of using the lineup to screw everyone, she grants everyone the place they wanted in the lineup. Next, the queens work on their choreo and judge each other from the sidelines. It's elimination day and the girls get ready for the challenge. Lexi bursts with confidence and the girls share their triggers, and Lana performs an example of praise dancing. Let's talk about that workroom, everything that happened in the workroom.
I do wish Jules would have fucked them over a bit more, but also I don't know how you can fuck people over when there's just like the order is just 3, first, second or third. Yeah. And I think even Susie was like, oh, we should ask what they want and then give them the opposite. I'm like, no, Lexi asked for what she wanted and got what she wanted, and she was still fucking pissed. So you can't pick how you're going to screw over that woman.
Yes. There was no way she could have, but yeah. But it worked out. I think Lexi started to realize, like, I didn't look so... Like, I think what Arietti did was when she acted so ugly, then Lexi just wanted to distance herself from that as much as possible. Even though in the moment she was very happy to be just
piling on
thick as thieves with this Arietti. And then once she acted ugly, she's like, oh, I don't know her.
Yeah, the bad breath comment really drew a line in the sand.
And then a cock crowed 3 times. I have a note here. I don't know what it says here. It says Lana sharing her mirror message here is giving she's going home this week.
Yeah, she was like, I'm a clown. I was a clown once, and then I did mime, but mime is really
mere
great.
Moment, Her mere moment. Oh, yeah.
She was getting the stories out.
Can you imagine? Just Lana is so not funny. What kind of clown was she? I would be the
It would have
worst
been a
clown.
sad clown.
Yeah, the saddest clown of all time. She's Pagliacci here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to something you commented on. So there's a part where Lexi Love gets in her head a little bit because she's like, I have all these stories about karma, but they're too dark
Yeah.
for this challenge. And I actually think, even though again Lexi landed up winning, but I don't think she I don't think she won because of the strength of her monologue. And I think Lexi won because no, I'm saying I think Lexi could have done really, really, really well, even though she won. If she would have explored that, if she would have told a dark story about the karma,
Yeah.
what story did she land up telling? What was it?
Let me see.
Luke
It wasn't really a
Stamen.
story about anything. Some friend said something mean on a photo she posted on social media.
Oh, that's right.
and
But
then
what-
she did nothing about it because she thought karma will do it something to her in the end. And that was it.
and I think they even said like, well, what was the karma?
There was no karma.
And then what did you think of this reveal that Anya had been a raw spiritual vegan?
I mean, whenever anyone's a vegan, it's always going to come out that they're vegan. So it shouldn't have, it's a shock that she's lasted this long without telling us that she was a vegan once. But also, does anyone care if anyone else is a vegan?
So I've never been a raw spiritual vegan, but I have eaten raw vegan food before. And it is and can be when you go to a really good place, very, very tasty, right? Very good actually. But man, do you fucking shit your brains out afterwards. Like your body just can't handle that much fiber going through you. Thank you.
I just think it's super easy for someone like Ariana Grande to be like a vegan because she's got fucking chefs and shit, right? But like,
Yes.
I can't be vegan. I've tried. Well, I've tried to limit eggs and dairy. I already don't eat meat. But like, it's pretty fucking hard.
It's a lot of work. And here's the deal. I have been, I've never been vegan permanently. And I've never been trying to be vegan permanently. I have done like vegan cleanses where you're vegan for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And look, here's the deal. I will say it's very easy to be vegan at breakfast. It's actually pretty easy to be vegan at lunch. Okay. Man, it is hard to be vegan at dinner because basically most of the time, everything you eat is some sort of, the whole thing is just a slop that looks like a shade of brown. They can't really do like a dinner entree.
Right.
That's not true. Hold on. If you go to a fancy vegan restaurant, yeah, of course they can, right? But dude, who
course.
has that kind of time?
Not me.
You know, who has that kind of time? I will say, I believe it's Mark Bittman. I can't remember who it might be. Mark Bittman might be a different food writer. He did a thing where he lost a bunch of weight, but he did something called vegan before 6.
Okay.
So his breakfast and lunch would be vegan, but he would have meat for dinner. He tried to keep it healthy, but it was just like vegan. He ate like 2 meals a day vegan, and then one day was meat, and one meal was meat. You know, and he tried to make it so that it was still healthy. You know, maybe not still focusing on vegetables with some meat. That is, and I think that is a healthy way to go. Again, vegan breakfast, easy, smoothie, cereal, oatmeal, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Vegan lunch, so many good vegan sandwiches, amazing, right?
Yeah.
Dinner, rough. Okay, what about when they go back into the workroom? Any big thoughts there?
Shit, not really. Like, I was quite bored throughout this whole section.
Yeah.
And like even the ways to bring up the mirror moments. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, my word is triggered. Was anyone ever triggered? But then we didn't really get great
it's so
stories about
obvious.
people being
No.
triggered.
No,
there's no real payoff for any of it.
Very ham-handed. There's the part where they're talking shit on like Susie's interpretive dance, and like, oh my god, it's so horrible. Let me tell you this, and I'm probably gonna piss some people off here. I think all interpretive dance is horrible, right?
Yes.
I've seen these modern dances. I had a friend. Well, he's still currently a modern dancer. He's the brother of a friend. I should really say he's not really a friend of mine. And I've been to some of his performances, and they're so fucking boring. They're so boring, and they all look like this. When I see this Dance Moms, I can't tell who's good or bad.
Yeah.
So
like
how
all
are
that
they saying
Sia stuff,
Susie's-
I'm like, I don't know what the.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Susie's bad. I'm like, they all look the same.
Well, they just think Susie's bad at everything.
Yeah,
as much
they
as
think Susie's bad at everything.
All
right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, go ahead.
they all looked the same. It was boring. I think to do an interpretive dance well, you have to lean into the comedy of it.
Yeah. Let's go to the Elimination Day. Any big thoughts on Elimination Day?
Oh fuck no! It's the exact same. Like it was all boring. In fact, weren't we just talking about Elimination Day? I don't even know.
No, we're just talking about a workroom thing. Now,
The
look.
only other note I have is this Lexi. Ugh.
What about her?
When she's nervous, she's chewing her hair. She's chewing on her pigtails. I just find that so gross. I hate bitches who eat their hair.
So weird. I mean, like, I didn't even notice. Did they talk about this, or something you noticed?
No, I just noticed it, and I was like, "Ugh, get your hair out of your mouth, yuck."
Yeah, because I do think even when you wash it, your hair's kind of dirty.
Yeah, I mean, you're not washing it all the time.
Yeah. I have a couple ones for Elimination Day. The part where Sam says Susie might not be that horrible, and I was like, when did this happen? I never knew there was like bad blood between Sam and Susie. That never was a storyline. And all of a sudden, they're trying to like fix the storyline that never happened.
Yeah. And like even Joella's catching strays to this very day, and she hasn't been there in like 10 fucking weeks. And they're like, "Oh, I hope Joella's not here." And it's like, of course she's not here. So I don't know where they get these little feuds in their head.
Yeah, and then there's a part when Lana's doing her interpretive dance.
Yeah.
And Anya sings. I'll give it to Anya. They did her no favors by playing they played the music in the background. And I don't think it was in the same key as Anya. So it sounded like she was singing off key, but maybe she wasn't. They just played, I don't know, it was really weird, but I was like, oh, she can't sing and she does not sound. So I'll just say that. I don't know if she can sing or not. The way it sounded on the show sounded very off key. All right, let's go to this Maxi Challenge presentation. We're just going to fire through it. Your thoughts here. First up was Susie Toot. Thoughts?
I thought Jules overshadowed her completely. I don't want to be like a Sam Star and just be ragging on Susie all the time, but Susie's voice is always one level. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. She was, fuck, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just was a bit too forced. Mm-hmm. And just like, I'm putting on a big speech, and then I went to the spelling bee, and then this happened. And it's like, okay, give me some light and shade, ups and downs. And she really only had the one joke at the end where she spelt winner wrong. Other than that, I didn't get many jokes. So I didn't like it.
That same note was given for Jules. I said it was decent. It was fine. It told the story. It got us there. It was fine. What did you think of this Jules?
Well, I thought her dancing was better than her story. Mm-hmm. She obviously just wanted to talk about her trans identity, right? And she linked it to somehow a ghost because she got the supernatural card. But I guess it's very vagina monologues to do a metaphor that doesn't make sense. But I was like, bitch, I'd rather you just tell me about the time you actually had a ghost in your fucking house.
Yeah, but what if you didn't?
Lie. Like, who's saying that these women have to be telling the truth?
Anya, I said, look. Well, I actually didn't comment on Jules' story. I commented on Susie's dance, where I was like, what else could Susie have done with that story? All right.
Yeah, tough
Anya.
one. Well, it had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I thought that was the kind of story that was smart for this challenge in that it wasn't too serious and she could really just say whatever the fuck she wanted. And she did. And Lexi was good.
Yeah, she was. Lexi Love.
Yeah, not a story about anything. This was a disappointment for me.
Yeah, bad story. I thought Anya's dance was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Lexi's dance.
Yeah. Sam Star.
Another story about her small, backwards, homophobic town, and yet she's the cheer captain. And like, yeah, okay, she got a little bit bullied when she ran for Homecoming King, but I would just love for someone on TikTok who went to school with Sam Star to just like tell us the real tea about what actually went down.
Oh, she's like a real cunt.
I'm sure she was.
Yeah.
She played Ursula in the fucking School Musical and she was cheer captain, and yet also we're meant to believe she's getting shoved into lockers.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I don't know if she was nice to everybody. I don't know. but I will tell you exactly what happened. I think that the jocks, for the most part, the ones that didn't have girlfriends, were mean to Sam.
Yeah.
But Sam's this cute little super gay twink. He's the kind of pocket gay that every girl wants to be friend with and have as like an accessory, like a purse. And so you could tell he was friends with all the popular girls and they fucking protected his ass. And then because they probably dated the more popular boys too, the popular boys got to know him. And I feel he was very protected by the popular kids.
Yeah.
That there was probably mid-tier kids who but that didn't fucking matter because he was cool with the popular girls. He had his little popular girl crew and they're like, what did you say about him? And they attacked anyone who talked shit on him.
Yeah.
And he was fine. Like, I want to see like the fucking, this Hormona Lisa. Her fucking, you know, her story was fucking sad.
Yeah.
Or just Joella, you know.
Uh-huh.
But Sam Star, I think, was totally fine. I think he had about as much as a good high school experience as you could have being a little faggot in the South. Lana, finally.
Well, and all his
go ahead.
stories seem to be from high school. I don't know anything about adult Sam Star.
I think he's young. And I think he was then like whisked away by Trinity the Tuck, and he's just had like a little charmed. I think he's had a very charmed life. Yeah, I think he's had a very charmed life. And then finally, Lana Del Rey.
Okay, I actually thought Lana's was really good for like an actual vagina monologue. Like if it's not on the television show called Drag Race where things are meant to be funny and interesting, and if it was actually meant to be like motivational or whatever, she would have done a good job. But other than that, it was a bit too serious and a bit too boring.
Yeah. And Sam's dance, I mean, I feel like not to give Sam a pass, I feel Sam did what Sam could do.
With the material. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't talk about this. I didn't talk about this, especially in the public feed part, because, you know, they don't get this stuff. And so I'm like, I'm not going to, you know, tickle their ass with a feather, and then they don't get what it is. Helen Schaefer Gray did not do the looks this week. Blackstone was really excited to do them this week. I don't know why. And I was busy with the wedding and everything. I did not have a chance today to listen to Blackstone's thing. But Helen did send a monologue. She asked me to play it.
Is it? It's not about the looks, because I'd actually be interested to hear her talk about looks that are ugly. Because she'd be like, "Oh, disgusting!
No,
this look is so hideous."
She didn't weigh in. She just sent a monologue, and I've not listened to it. Like I just got back today.
All right,
just got back today. Here we go.
Oh, how desiccated! As you can probably tell from my accent, I am from Greenwich, Connecticut. And though I may come from affluent stock, it was not easy growing up looking as beautiful as I do.
This sounds very familiar. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna do her a favor and not interrupt her monologue, but it's sounding vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I think I know. I know what she's referencing.
In my youth, I was forced to wear my grandmother's clothes and forced to put on a fashion show in front of a well-curated set of Parisian dolls. As a result, my vagina is very dry.
Wait, why would that be a result from putting on a fashion show in front of the doll?
I don't know.
In fact, it reminds me of Valencia. Not the city where they filmed the show Weeds, but Valencia, Spain.
Okay, she's fucking with us, right?
Great pronunciation of Valencia.
A land where the sky blushes each evening in shades of vermilion and gold, as if embarrassed by the sheer beauty of a place where passion grows wild among the ruins and lovers never say goodbye.
Oh, she's on a tangent.
Only hasta luego. And it was there that I met Javier. He was dashing, romantic, and oh so charming.
Yeah.
He was also what we would now call a tree hugger.
Okay.
We'd now call him that?
Why would we now call him a tree hugger?
I think they called people tree huggers back then as well.
Because if it wasn't green, then we had simply no interest in it at all. Oh, we had a whirlwind romance, and it was then that we simply left Spain and returned to the United States as man and wife.
Oh.
It wasn't until I moved to Los Angeles, though, that I discovered the medicinal benefits of cannabis, Oh, yes, I enjoy myself the occasional jazz cigarette. It really does help me calm down. You see, it's only when I'm in the arms of my dear Javier that my vagina is no longer dry and I feel as if I'm flying. Flying just as high as your receding hairline.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay, do you think she
Wow.
knows what she's doing? Like, I don't imagine that Helen is super familiar with the season 6 comedy challenge.
No, I think it's a coincidence.
Yeah. All right.
But it's nice to know so much about her backstory.
Yeah,
I
Javier.
wanna
She has
get
a husband,
Javier on the line.
Yeah. We're gonna get him on the show. Because he is a tree hugger.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
All right, but now we are with the runway, ugliest dress ever. And like I said, Blackstone was very excited. I did not have a chance to listen. They are more than 1 second long, though. So
Good.
yeah. So let's take a listen here. First up, we're gonna start with the winners here. Let's go with Anya Nerve. Ugliest dress ever is the category. Let's see what Blackstone did. He's been kind of
Horrible.
phoning it in, horrible,
Yes,
yeah. So let's see what he does this week.
Well, Anya Nerves here, dressed like a fucking turkey.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can tell he's
I mean, he's
He's
not
had a
wrong
few-
so far.
no, he's being technically accurate.
The challenge was ugliest dress, and she showed up wrapped in black feathers, sporting rhinestone thigh highs, and topped with a turkey tail fan that looked like a 4th grade art project made by one of Joe's future grooming victims.
There it is.
Up there it is. And
Yeah.
why am I catching strays? He's pissed at me.
Is he doing the Mad Libs?
Yeah, he's doing the Mad Libs. He's probably giving Robert some ideas.
One positive, Anya's glittery red beak mask succeeds in hiding her stupid face.
Oh.
I haven't seen a fat black woman look this silly since that pig Aretha Franklin wore that dumb hat at Barack Hussein Obama's
Not Hussein.
so-called inauguration.
Oh, I think that's it.
Poor Aretha.
Yeah, Aretha catching strays, me catching
She
strays.
gets no respect.
She gets no respect. RESPECT. That was so. I guess he didn't like it. Even though, does he get that the challenge is it's an ugly dress?
Yeah, you're not meant to like it.
Yeah. What did you think of this?
Well, yeah, it's ugly. But it's, I don't know, is it not ugly enough somehow? Or it's ugly, but it's still not a dress? I don't really know. But it does tick the box of ugly.
Yeah. All right. I have no opinion. All right. Next we have Lexi Love. She's the other winner. Lexi Love. Has he really done a lot of Lexi Love? I don't remember him having a strong. We know he's always been coming for Anya and he loves Sam and stuff like that. But like,
Lexi's rarely in the top or bottom, so we don't really hear him talk about Lexi much.
all right, here we go.
Speaking of trans,
Oh, were we?
We weren't speaking of trans. So I want to know.
I guess it's come
I
up.
don't know. It's weird.
I was transfixed on Lexi Love.
Oh.
She looked like a fucking deranged they-them cupcake up on that fucking stage. It was just layer after layer of multicolored tools stacked like a shitty Pride rainbow cake.
Oh,
And then
well,
she's
yeah.
cinched in a metallic corset topped with a giant pastel bow, and then she's wearing these stupid electric blue gloves. Okay, we fucking get it. You're trans. And
Oh.
this silhouette, Jesus Christ. It's less our glass and more our fault for letting you get this far in the competition.
I mean, he's not. Honestly, except for the trans stuff, I haven't disagreed with him.
Well, it's not our fault. I'm not taking responsibility for Lexi Love.
I haven't seen a car crash this bad since Caitlyn Jenner killed that
There it
woman in
is.
Malibu.
Well, never forget.
Yeah. Again, a poor woman who got killed. Now she's part of Blackstone's.
It's just his bit.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really ugly, this dress. I mean, it's a stack of tutus, yeah. It looked odd, but it's not
Yeah.
ugly. She looked quite pretty. I just think it's fun. It's funny how this challenge now, it's the second time we've had it as a runway category, and bitches get tripped up where these drag queens are just not able to ever look ugly.
Well, because they're afraid of being actually ugly.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one, Susie Toot.
Oh, well, here we go. Yet another Jew ruins Christmas.
Oh.
Wait.
Ruins Christmas.
But not only that, yet another Jew. Is this something that's constantly happening?
I don't know.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Susie Toot decided to dress up as a fucking Christmas tree.
I'm going to say he sounds angrier than usual.
I'm still stuck on the logic of when Jews ruined Christmas.
I don't know. In fact, we have Christmas because of Jews.
Right?
Yeah.
They kind of started it.
Yeah.
The dress is just a tangled forest of green tulle, red foam garland, gift bows, and limp tinsel drooping from candy cane sleeves like Joe's man boobs.
Oh, Joe. Robert, write that down.
Look, I am very hard on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen real man boobs. I don't think my man boobs are really on a scale of 1 to 10. Wait, what's a 1?
What, for man boobs?
Yeah.
Like just flat?
Yeah, we'll say flat, completely flat. And 10 being just like big mamma jammas. I'm legitimately like a 3 or a 4. I'm not even being funny.
Yeah.
I do have like fat here on the side, but they don't droop.
Uh-huh.
I'm almost tempted to show you. But
Yeah,
no one
show
wants to
me.
see it.
All right, he's getting up.
Now, I'm going to concede that I have like fat right here, right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
we're not, yeah.
I
That's not.
think in terms of just like, they don't like,
Oh, the mama
They don't
jammers
like-
aren't that mama jammy.
no, they don't sag or anything like that. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was a low blow from Blackstone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you. Is he done?
probably not.
Oh,
Her stupid hair is made up of bright orange finger waves because this bitch refuses to leave the fucking 20s, like Robert when he tries to convince himself he's still young.
now
Yeah, well,
Robert. Oh,
I
Robert
mean-
catching strays. I should write that down for Robert's bio.
write that
Not so
down.
funny. Not so fucking funny now, huh, Robert? Not so fucking funny now, Robert, huh?
The only thing Susie and I have in common is that we're both dreaming of a white Christmas. And one of many differences is that my people didn't murder Christ.
Okay.
Well,
That's. He always goes like this really. There was a couple. I guess he's decided not to follow my directive not to be racist.
yeah, no, he definitely missed that memo.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Jules. What do you have any thoughts on Susie Toot?
Yeah, it was ugly. It was very ugly.
But you know what? It was more Party City than ugly. And I don't know why there's a difference there.
No, I get it. Like, it could have been ugly without her adding, like, the tinsel on her arms. Like, she made it uglier, but she took away, like, the concept or something. Like, it needs to be refined ugly.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Jules Sparkles.
In 1983, I met Elias Lucero on the dance floor of SAS.
What? I don't know
know
what
what
he's talking about.
What? Okay. I was gonna say earlier he's sounding drunk, and I think this is confirming it.
He was a tall, rich, handsome Latino,
Handsome.
Latino, yeah.
and boy, could he salsa. We
Okay.
locked eyes and fell in love right then and there.
What does this have to do
This
with
is
Jules
nice.
Sparkles? Yeah. We are getting some Blackstone backstory. You're right.
It's not... Blackstone's not Jules' dad, is he?
Well, no, he's a guy. Elias Lucero?
Oh, yeah. I'm forgetting how babies are made.
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
continue.
2 years later, he was dead of AIDS.
I did not predict that.
That's a hard left. All right.
And I was left with his entire fortune and a broken heart. I swore I would never let another Latino make me feel that
Here it
much
comes.
pain again.
There it is. It's coming.
And then I saw Jewel sparkles in her fucking 80s dress.
All right.
is.
Well,
That
Yep.
stupid teased wig, the stupid overly animated expressions, and those stupid braces. It was enough to make me want to find a DeLorean, go back in time, and ride Freddie Mercury bareback.
okay. All right. Well,
You know, I would have. If I was back in the day.
look. Here's the deal. He's made a comment like that in the past about Rock Hudson, and you said the same thing about Rock Hudson.
And I would have.
I think you just want to get AIDS. Is what
But
we're
you know-
learning.
You know who else I would have loved to have banged back in their prime, and even like a little bit into their not prime? Marlon Brando. Ugh,
Oh, he would have done it. Yeah.
he would have.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
yeah, that was a
Any
lot.
thoughts on Jewel Sparkles?
Yeah, I mean it was kind of ugly, but it's not the ugliest dress ever. I don't know what she
Yeah,
was
I think
thinking.
I think that was brought up. Yeah.
Well, Michelle said it's not ugly at all because
No,
nothing
she's
from the
wrong
80s can be
there.
fucking ugly, apparently, Michelle. So I was like, no, it is ugly. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not that ugly.
Yeah. She tried to make it uglier with the hair and the braces and stuff like that, which is the point was that the dress should be ugly.
Yes.
Also, ugliest dress ever. Not just an ugly dress, but the ugliest dress.
Well, and also if it really is the case that your mum and 10 other people at the same prom wore that same dress, then obviously it wasn't considered ugly at the time. So it's not the ugliest dress ever.
yeah. All right, here we go. Next up, we have Sam Starr, which this is going to be a hard one because it's supposed to be ugly.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a positive. But Sam was beautiful,
Yes.
which would be a negative. So I'm trying to see how Blackstone's going to spin this.
He might just end up talking about race. You never know.
Yeah, here we go.
Ah, finally, a palate cleanser for my scorched retinas. Sam Starr has arrived looking like a blood-soaked vision from a haunted haute couture editorial, swathed in sculptural pink velvet.
Look, just the fact that it's not in German. Oh, by the way,
Oh, no.
I did hear from some German listeners. Carlo said
Was it a
was-
cease and desist?
No, Carlo was like, oh, what he said wasn't bad. It was actually just fairly boring and just what he would usually say positive about Sam, but in German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then another German listener was like, oh, thank God now that we're finally getting content for Germans. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess they like when he speaks in German. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Finally, I'm doing this in German.
Dripping red jewels cascading from her eyes like divine stigmata. Her silhouette is alien and regal, with jagged silver spikes erupting from her head like a post-apocalyptic crown. They said this was too beautiful for the challenge. Please. Sam Starr is so powerful, even her attempts at ugly are still breathtaking. The only thing offensive here is the judging.
Oh.
Dein Kleid ist eine Metapher für die kommende Apokalypse.
Oh, the
Bald
Germans
werden
will be
unsere
happy.
Leute siegreich sein und die Straßen werden wie Flüsse mit dem Blut unserer Feinde fließen.
So usually I'd be scared of what he said, and maybe he did say something offensive, but like Carlos said last week, whatever he said wasn't very. So maybe he just likes to like give a shout out to his German.
It's just the language where everything sort of sounds offensive.
Yeah, I don't know what he said, but
Well, I think he got it completely wrong. Like, for all those reasons, this was a bad dress for this category.
yeah,
Yeah, it was too high fashion. What are you doing, Sam?
it looked like it would be like a winning challenge on Dragula.
100%.
Yeah. All right, next we have Lana Jarre. Here we go.
Well, Lana Jarre stormed onto that runway like those gangs that break into malls and snatch all the jewelry, except those people have the decency to steal jewels and leave.
I mean, she did leave today.
She really came out here in a Technicolor dish sponge dress that looks like it was hot glued by the preschool teacher of a little boy that Joe is going to groom in a few years.
Write that down, Robert.
First of all, he's used this joke already. And why am I catching strays?
Just glad he's not coming for me.
Neon strings, foam triangles, and a patchwork sweatshirt sleeve situation complete the ensemble. It's all topped with a stupid wig with a high ponytail that looks like it was styled by Tim Curry. It's loud, messy, and aggressively unflattering.
I don't even know what that means.
So I guess it is perfect for Lana. Bye-bye, baby. Those were also the last words Elias said to me before he died.
Whoa.
Oh.
Dark turn there.
Yes. I think Lana made a big mistake. Just wearing the actual copy of, the actual dress I think Candy wore. Because she's like, it shows how connected I am to this franchise. And I'm like, bitch, you're on the show already. You don't need to do that. She should have, I love the idea of it. Wear it at, like, I don't know, on the pit stop. Wear it at fucking DragCon. That's perfect. For this, maybe do a homage to it. Like, remake it. So it's a little bit of a twist with a nod to it rather than just an exact copy. It's not showing off your personality. So I think the critiques were right on that one.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, on that note, why don't we bring back my girls? All right, back on the main stage, Anya Nerva and Lexi Love are named the winners of the challenge, while Lana Jarre and Sam Starr are placed in the bottom two, forcing them to face off in a lip-sync battle for their lives. The song, Illusion by Dua Lipa. In the end, Sam Starr lived to see another day, while Lana Jarre was asked to sashay away. Nathan Patrick Brown, any final thoughts on the episode?
I'm seeing Dua Lipa on the weekend, so excited about that.
Yeah.
And this celebrity guest panel guy, what was his name? Jared? He seems kind of boring.
Carmichael?
Yeah, what's his deal?
He's a stand-up comic, but I've never seen him be funny. I've never seen a stand-up. I never seen a stand-up. And I believe he's the one that did a reality show for himself where I think he was like, it was kind of cringy how he was like trying to like really date, I want to say it was Frank Ocean. It was some other gay celebrity that he was really trying to like date, or it was really super cringy. It was really, really weird. And people were like, this is very strange. Why is he showing us this? This is not making him look good. But yeah, he was very whatever.
He was boring.
Yeah. Do I have any notes that I missed? I said that already. Oh, so like Lexi goes, I finally got my second win. And to your point, the first one was voted. Technical.
Yeah.
And still it was with Anya. She hasn't won one from the judges by herself.
She's useless. Go eat some hair.
Yeah. Any other thoughts here, Nathan?
No.
Oh, very good. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us next week as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. So for Nathan Patrick Brown and myself.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Drag Race Recap. Have something to say? Leave us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. You can also email us at dragracerecap@afterthought.media. For more Drag Race and LGBTQ+ content, support us over at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. This podcast was produced by Luke Stamen. You can follow Nathan Brown over on Instagram at NathanBrown90. Follow Joe Batance on Instagram at Joe Batance. Special thanks to these expensive tier Patreon supporters: April Pacheco, Astute Girl, Brad Coley, Derek Byers, Doofus Maximus, E. Smith, Effie Wap, Emma, Phil Skit Pony, Blind Suki, Humble Pie, J. Thomas Plank, Kathy Zender, Katie Whitmire, Lauren Eckert, Lucy Carrasco, Luke Stamen, Mary S., Mike Yeager, Nikki Baker, Nikki Pettit, Polly, Poppy Woods, Ricardo Herrera, Runner Brandon, Sarah Yu, Tom Bombs, Travi Cosmos, and Troy Anderson. Drag Race Recap is an Afterthought Media podcast.